Good evening, everyone. This is Marcin, FN Cosmetics UK corporate trainer. It's 8 p.m. in London and it's time to start the webinar. I hope that you can hear me properly. Today's topic, as you can see, is 6 steps to help you ask for referrals. I think it's quite important topic and I'll try to elaborate on it. And I'll try to give you some useful tips on that. But before we start, can you answer the question? If you speak to your potential customers or if you speak to your prospects, do you always ask for referrals? You can use the chat so we can communicate. Not really. Always, no. So I can see that you don't do that. Why don't you ask for referrals? What is the most difficult thing to ask for referrals for you? Fear of them saying no. Okay, sometimes you forget to ask for referrals. Fear of refusal. Anything else that prevents you from asking for referrals, apart from being afraid to hear no? Not feeling confident enough. They might think I'm too pushy. So today I will show you how to ask for referrals using a special technique. But we'll go through the webinar step by step, because before you ask for referrals, you need to prepare something else. First of all, you need to prepare certain tools, and also you need to prepare yourself mentally. Do you agree with me? Okay, so are you ready to start? Okay, that's cool. So it is generally known that approaching cold market, it's not a piece of cake. It's not easy. So what to do to make it easier? I think the best way, as I always say, is to warm up the cold market a little bit. So the strategy I'm going to present you is perfect and 100% effective, especially for new networkers, because they need to practice. And the strategy, the core of the strategy is in fact practicing. So there are literally 6 steps that I'd like to discuss with you today. But as I said, before we'll get to the core, how to ask for referrals in a skillful way, I need to tell you a few things that are very important to prepare. So step number 1, before you ask for referrals, is your list of contacts. Your contact list is the most vital tool that you have to use, that you have to prepare in order to build your business. You cannot ask for referrals if you haven't prepared a list of contacts. The list of contacts is your fuel. This is the fuel of your business. The longer the list, the more fuel you've got when you start your journey. It is always a good idea to start your journey with full tank, right? So when you have plenty of people, so you prepare a very long list, then you're not desperate to sponsor each and everyone. People sense when you need them. And that neediness can turn them off and also make them react negatively towards your offer. So what you want to offer. So let me just tell you few important things to remember, or using different words to be aware of while creating such a list of contacts. First of all, do not prejudge anyone. If you do not ask, the answer is always no. If you offer, you have to change your mindset. You are offering an incredible gift when you offer your opportunity to others. Also, you are about to change your life and you are about to change the lives of people you care about. Get excited. So if you think this way while creating your list of contacts, because now we are at the point of creating a good list of contacts, you can use this technique to help your team members create a list of contacts. You will have the desire to put on the list everyone you know. So your mindset will help you create a great list of contacts, or it will block you. So make sure that you are in a good mood while preparing a list of contacts. This is absolutely essential. So how to build the contact list? Also, I suggest you to follow certain steps, and I suggest you to give some ideas to your new team members. So let me give you my suggestions. First of all, put on the list all people you know, all people you can think of. Don't use your mobile phone at this stage. Then, if you can't think of anyone else, take your mobile phone and write down all of the contact details of people you have on your mobile phone. Everyone, without prejudging. Afterwards, you can use, for instance, Facebook or other social media networks. You can use Skype as well. Then find out business cards you collected for some people. We all have different types of business cards in our wallets and drawers. Put their contact details on the list. The list should contain minimum 100 names, and that really should be the minimum. If you've been with a firm for a while and you focus on recruiting, ask your team members, current team members or future team members, to prepare for you such a list of contacts. Give them some suggestions, as I said, how to do it. So the list is nice and long. Then you can show them how to work with the list, and which I'm going to show you a little bit later on. So here, for instance, is an example of such a contact list. So you can include records or headings like name, address, telephone number, then interested in product, business, or both, and then just leave a little bit of space for your notes. So if you have such a list of contacts, as soon as the list is nice and long, then start prioritizing the names. What I mean by prioritizing? Simply identify your top 10. You've got many different names. Some of the people you know more or less. Maybe there are some people that you haven't met at all because you've put the name of the person from a business card. So this is very important to prioritize the list of contacts, identify your top 10, and then you can start working on this. This will be the people you would like to contact within the next 24 hours. Set the deadline for yourself and also set the deadline for your team members. I say 24 hours. You can give yourself or your team members a little bit more time, but I think the faster you start working, the better. So we all share information we are excited about with our friends and family members every day. The process starts with you contacting your initial base of friends, family, colleagues, and acquaintances. So don't be put off if someone says no to your offer, to the product that you've got. Always remember to ask for referrals. And how and when to ask for referrals, this is the question. And I'll tell you in a second the key to success. So let's move on. You know, the key to creating business contacts is referrals, as I said. So keep in mind that every single person you include in the list has numerous contacts on their own. So continue to expand your list throughout the life of your business. Keep it always with you. Sometimes people create a list of contacts and they just leave it at home. First of all, the list of contacts should be written on a piece of paper. And secondly, you should always have your list of contacts with you. Every now and then, you will meet some people, new people, or all of a sudden you're going to remember names out of nowhere. Then put them on the list right away. And here at this stage, also, I'd like to point out a few things. So as soon as you have your list of contacts, you need to remember about certain things that I would like to point out again. This is particularly important when you start calling the people from the list. So now you've got the list, you've selected 10 people from the list, and now you need to remember a few things. First of all, you contact the people from the list in order to make an appointment. So remember about that this is not to introduce the business over the phone, it's not to sell the product, it's to, you call the people in order to make an appointment. Never introduce the product or the business over the phone. Also, be prepared with a script or key points you are going to say. The more you practice, the better. So step number 1, before you start asking for referrals, is to have a list of contacts. Then aim to learn. This is step number 2. Aim to learn. You should aim to learn to improve your skills rather than to sell anything to those 10 people you've selected. You will make some appointments with those 10 people. And again, I would like to highlight that your mindset is so important, because usually your mindset prevents you from asking for referrals. And that's what you've said at the beginning of the webinar. You said that the fear of rejection, the fear that they say no, prevents you from asking for referrals. So change your mindset and focus on learning and improving your skills. So follow the principles. First practice, then get feedback, then learn, improve, and finally repeat the whole process. Very soon, after consistent work, you will be the master. So let's proceed quickly to step number 3. Step number 3 is to make an appointment. So now is the time to call your first friend, first person from the list, and tell him or her that you are just starting a new project, a new business, and you would like to practice how to run a business meeting. This is very important to say you would like to practice how to run a business meeting. Tell your friend that you're not going to sell anything to him or her. All you would like to get is constructive feedback. Thanks to that sort of communication, it will be much easier for you to make an appointment in the first place. In addition, your friend will be more open to what you will be talking about, as he or she won't treat you as someone who wanted to meet up only to sell something. So that kind of meeting means less stress and better opportunity to generate information that could be very difficult to gain in traditional business meeting. Do you agree with me? That if you change your approach, it's gonna be much easier. Okay, so that's great. So would you like to find out what step number 4 is? Okay, so step number 4 is meeting with your friend. But it's not gonna be a real sales meeting. So meet your friend and run a sales meeting. I say sales meeting because you need to remember that this is only for you to practice. That's why I said at the beginning of the webinar, this is very good strategy, especially for new FM business partners who are just starting and they've put on the list their family and friends. So meet your friends once again and run a sales meeting. Remember that this is only for you to practice. Since the meeting aims only to improve your skills, your friend, perhaps instead of suspecting you for any form of manipulation, will listen to you carefully, will be more open, will be more engaged in the sales process. And you know what, since FM group products and the business opportunity are really good, then your friend's willingness to buy some products from you or to find out more or to join FM business may be a side effect of the meeting. However, remember that it is not the main objective of the meeting. That's what I said. That sort of approach will make you feel more comfortable and more relaxed. So this is my suggestion, how to run the meeting. If you change your mindset this way, and your friend knows that afterwards you will ask for feedback, he or she will listen to you very carefully, because otherwise he or she won't be able to give you the constructive feedback. So that was step number 4. And step number 5 is the feedback. Collect feedback. Ask your friend if he or she liked the presentation when you finish. Obviously, you need to be fully prepared for that. If they say, yes, I like that, ask them, what did you like about it most? If they didn't like it, ask them which part of the presentation they didn't like. In particular, ask your friends what they think about the product, what they think about the business opportunity. If they think it's great, ask why they think so, why they think it's great. So use the feedback and improve your next presentation. And now, finally, step number 6 is to ask for referrals. As long as your friend feels excited about FM products or FM business, and you know that when you collect the feedback, after they have given you the constructive feedback, it will be the best moment to ask for referrals. Ask your friend if they could give you a few referrals so you can present to their friends FM products or FM business too, because you are just practicing. You need more people to practice, right? So prepare a printout, as you can see on the slide, of 10 records, then complete the records with your new referrals details. That sort of form will help you to ask for referrals as you'll be prepared beforehand. You know, we all feel quite reluctant to meet people who suspect we'll try to sell something to them. And also, but we feel happy if we can help someone or give someone a piece of advice. I know a lot of people who love giving advice. So the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed is your prospect, and the less pressure in the air, the higher possibility you will gain a new team member. Do you agree with me so far? Okay, that's great. So I'm very happy that you do agree with me. I hope that you will practice that. But there is another thing which is very, very important because sooner or later your list of contacts will be finished. So, as I said at the beginning of the training, it is very, very important to expand your list of contacts. So this is the next thing that I would like to tell you today. I would like to tell you today how to expand your contact list. Your list of contacts should be, let's say, alive. So therefore, it is so essential to make it grow on the regular basis. So instead of meeting strangers at the bus stop, develop an entire new warm market. As I said, it is so hard to work in a cold market. Therefore, we need to warm up the cold market first. So how to do that? We need to establish new relationships with new people. It is all about socializing, in my opinion. And there are a few ways that I would like to suggest to you that you may want to use in order to expand your list of contacts. So, what can you do to expand your list of contacts? First of all, for example, you can join a club for your favorite hobby. Then, second idea is to attend investment or personal finance seminars. You can find plenty of them online, and most of them are free of charge. You can attend a local class on cooking, for instance. You can get involved in volunteer projects. You can join a regular scheduled fitness class, take an evening course at a community college, or go to a party and have some fun with new people. So try to combine something pleasant with something useful. And let me point out a few very important things. You need to remember that while expanding your contact list, you need to build new relations with people. So first of all, it is so important to be genuinely interested in people, ask more, speak less, listen actively, and show that you care. And this is, in my opinion, the most important thing. Try to make a real friend in the first place, not a customer. People will sense that you start talking to them and you want to sell something to them or introduce a new business, you want to recruit them. Again, everything is about changing your mindset. So change your mindset and try to make a real friend, genuine relationship, and later on you can think about transforming your new friend into a customer or potential business partner. Act as if you were never in network marketing. That's another good point, because some people, they will feel reluctant to speak to new people because in the first place, they will focus on recruitment. They'll focus on selling. Forget about network marketing and focus on building true relationship with people in the first place, and also provide value by finding ways to make someone's life happier. So this is about socializing. This is about fulfilling somebody else's needs. So have you got any questions so far before we proceed? Because the next point that I would like to tell you is the most common mistakes people make in network marketing. If you don't have any questions, let me tell you about the mistakes. You know what? We all make mistakes, but if it's possible, try to learn from somebody else's mistakes. I think that's much better. So I'm going to show you a list of the most common mistakes that distributors or leaders make when they're involved in network marketing. These mistakes prevent them from being successful. So the first one is they do not use the products. So if you, as a professional marketer, network marketer, you don't use the product yourself, then how are you going to convince someone to use the products as well? It's like you own a Mercedes shop and you drive home and to work by BMW. How trustworthy you're gonna be for your customers? The same is gonna happen in network marketing. The next point is they do not participate in training sessions, seminars, and webinars. In my opinion, network marketing is about self-development. We all need to learn new things. And, you know, today we do network marketing in a different way. People 10 years ago did network marketing in a different way. And perhaps in 10 years' time, people will be doing network marketing in a different way. So if you want to be a true leader, if you want to be up to date, you need to participate in training sessions, seminars, and webinars in order to grow. Because later on, you'll be able to pass this knowledge to your new team members and to your customers. Mistake number 3, they do not learn and they do not teach. You have to learn, but also you need to be able to teach your team members to teach others. So everything is about proper duplication in network marketing. Mistake number 4, they do not read valuable books. Okay, so I can see a lot of people today during the webinar. Can we exchange the different titles of valuable books that you would recommend to your new team members? You can type some titles and the author. What is the recent book that you've read or you recommended to your new team member? Alchemic. That's great. What else? Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Yes, excellent book. Any other suggestions? Zig Ziglar, Networking, great. GoPro, excellent book. Who Moved My Cheese? Brian Tracy, It's That Frog. The Secret. Big Al, fantastic. 45-second presentation, yep. Power Self-Confidence. Yeah, that's fantastic. So always try to remember to recommend that kind of great, fantastic books to your team members, and that will help them understand the business, and also it is so motivational. Let me find out here. Cash flow quadrant. Yes, that's excellent book as well. And The System. Yeah, so fantastic. So reading valuable books is so important. So let's find out about the fifth most common mistake that network marketers do. Number 5 is they have no product knowledge. Product knowledge is crucial because our business, FM business, is based on products. In order to find out customers, in order to find out the benefits in a certain product, we need to have the knowledge. So product knowledge is very, very crucial in order to grow the business successfully. Mistake number 6, they introduce the business to people on the phone, in the street, on the bus. If we think about network marketing as a true business, then we need to be fully prepared for a business meeting. I think it is a good thing to speak to people in the street, on the bus, or in the lift, but it is not a good thing to talk fully about the business or the product. We can speak to people, we can try to invite them for a business meeting, but I don't think that on the bus or in the street we can really show them the full spectrum of the business and the full spectrum of the product. So if we deal with a cold market, if you would like to deal with cold market and you've got the ability to speak to people straight away, instead of showing them the business and showing them the product in the street, try to make them curious about the product and the business and try to make an appointment with them for the real business meeting that perhaps will take place a little bit later on in the more comfortable and convenient environment than the bus or the bus stop. So, mistake number 7, they take rejections too personally. Especially new networkers, not really experienced, when they hear no, no, no too often, they take it too personally and they are very likely to give up. So if you start working with someone who has just joined the business, try to explain them that rejections will happen and this is a part of the business. In this way, you will vaccinate them somehow and they will be prepared that they're not the only ones that will face rejection. So this is absolutely crucial to tell them that rejection is a part of not only network marketing business, but also a part of any kind of business. Finally, mistake number 8. Instead of helping their team members, they do the whole work by themselves. If you make this mistake and you are good at network marketing, I guarantee you'll have more money, but you're not gonna have more time. So sooner or later, you will give up because you will be overworked. In order to avoid this mistake, teaching and educating your team members and giving them some responsibility, giving them some tasks to do, and then by executing the tasks and setting the deadline, you will be able to verify who will be a potential leader and who you should spend the most of your time with. So this is the only way that when you work in network marketing, long term, you'll have more money and more time. Mistake number 9, they give training handouts, audio, video to distributors who didn't attend the training. In my opinion, this is waste of time. To send audio, video, handouts to distributors who cannot find the time to attend online training sessions or on-site training sessions. Usually, when you send the audio, when you send the handouts or videos, those people, they're not gonna even pay attention to that. So it will be just a waste of your time to send them that sort of resources. That should be available only to people who found a little bit of time to meet you online or offline, and that should be available as an extra thing, as something in addition. And finally, mistake number 10, they do not create a list of contacts. If you don't ask your new team members to create a list of contacts, as I've explained it to you today, most people, they're not going to do it. And that's why your business will be growing extremely, extremely slowly. But if you do help them to create such a list of contacts, if you do help them to work with such a list of contacts, I promise that the business will accelerate very, very quickly. Because the contact list, in fact, is the most important tool in network marketing and in any kind of other business. And finally, a fantastic tool that will definitely help you promote FM business is the new business opportunity presentation. The new business opportunity presentation was introduced during the national conference last Saturday. So the first version is available as video with voiceover, especially for new FM business partners who have just joined FM group and are not confident enough to run a business opportunity on their own. So by listening over and over again, you're gonna learn important things about the business and important things about the products. And version 2 as a PowerPoint presentation, along with a script that you can edit for more. This is for more experienced FM business partners who have been with FM for a while. You can change the script if you want, and it will definitely help you to prepare the meeting, the business meeting, the sales meeting with your new friends, with the people that you're gonna call using your list of contacts. Then you can practice with them. Remember, practice with them the sales meeting, the business meeting. And before we finish, let's revise the 6 steps that can help you ask for referrals. Would you like to revise the 6 steps once again? Yes. So step number 1, before you ask for referrals, is to prepare a list of contacts and prioritize it. Select 10 names. Step number 2, aim to learn. Change your attitude. This is only for you to practice. Step number 3, make an appointment with your first prospect. Step number 4, meet your first prospect and run a sales meeting. Step number 5, ask for feedback, find out as much as you can, and finally, when your friend you are meeting feels excited about the presentation, feels excited about the product or the business, ask for referrals. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope the webinar suggested to you some new techniques, new approach to network marketing, to creating a list of contacts and asking for referrals. Forget about the fear of rejection. Forget about the fear of other people saying no to what you say. Focus on practicing. focus on self-development and change your approach, change your attitude. That will make it much easier for you to deal with new people. So I've recorded the webinar, and hopefully we'll upload it to our YouTube channel. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night, and I'll see you and I'll speak to you shortly. Take care.